Okay, everybody, so now I have another pile of palettes in front of me, and needless to say, I'm not organizing these very well. But there is one I want to talk about, and it's been in the bottom of my drawer, which is sad, sad, sad. It is the Solstice palette from Bad Habit. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, which is back in stock at what's the name? Beautylish. And I was like, you know what? You have a dupe palette. You don't need this. Alright, this is my Anastasia Modern Renaissance. Not getting rid of that. This is my Prism palette from Anastasia. Not getting rid of that. This is my Subculture palette from Anastasia. Not getting rid of that. If you guys are interested in any of these palettes and you can't find them anymore, let me know. I know there's a dupe for every one of these. Then this is my Self-Made palette from Anastasia. Not getting rid of that. Can you tell I like Anastasia? This is my Master palette by Mario. Not getting rid of that. This is my Glow Kit. I don't even think I've touched it. It still has the paper on it, but I'm not getting rid of that. This is my Nicole Guerrero highlighter palette. Not getting rid of that. And then my Aurora palette. And I'm not getting rid of that. Just went right through them Anastasia palettes, didn't I? Very passionate about Anastasia. Okay, I have another one of the quads from Kat Von D. This is the Rust quad. I do enjoy that. Then I have the Smoke quad. This is what that looks like. I do enjoy that as well. I'm kind of going through Kat Von D palettes right now. This is the Kat Von D and Divine palette. I'm not getting rid of it. This is my 10th anniversary palette. Of course, I'm not getting rid of that. Do you think I'm getting rid of any of my Kat Von D? This is my Metal Matte palette. Not getting rid of that. And this is my Miniature Metal Matte palette. Not getting rid of that. Let's see what other stuff I have from Kat Von D. Oh, this is the Saint and Sinner palette. And I'm not getting rid of that. You can put Kat Von D up and Anastasia. This is my Shade and Light eye palette from Kat Von D. I'm not getting rid of that either. Kind of just shifting those to the side. Alright, I have this Mauves palette from, it's all mattes, from Dose Colors. It's called Marvelous Mauves. I do enjoy this. And my little Pookie bought me this palette at Christmas time, and it is gorgeous. Gorgeous. You just have no idea. I even went back to try and find some more to give to friends. Nothing. Alright. This is my Chocolate Gold Bar palette. I'm not getting rid of that. This is my Natural Matte palette from Too Faced, the new one. I'm not getting rid of that. I am, however, going to get rid of this glitter palette from Too Faced because I'm never going to use it. That's brand new. I think that's the second one I bought. Don't ask me why. It's what I do. I have two palettes from Kylie. I have the Bronze palette. I am going to get rid of this just because I've had it for a long time and I'm not using it. And then this is the, what do they call this palette? something honey, I think. It's like blue honey or something like that they call it. But I really do enjoy the color mix in here, so I'm gonna hang on to this. Enzo, what are you doing? Have a seat. This is my Makeup Geek and her collab with Manny MUA. I'm gonna get rid of this palette. I don't use it. I didn't want it. This is my Persona Identity palette. Oh my god. This is the best palette ever. I love this palette. And I have two Sigma palettes. This is the Smokescreen palette. I don't like it. I'm giving it away. This is the Brilliant and Spellbinding palette. I don't like it. I'm giving it away. It's not that I don't like it. I just am not reaching for it. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Shadows 2. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's all shimmer. I'm not going to use it. I'll pass it to somebody that will. And then this is very similar palette. This is the number 3. That's what it looks like on the inside. I'll give that away too. I know you guys are like, she's giving it all away. This is my Laura Geller Iconic New York collection. Downtown Cool. That's what that looks like. I'm never going to touch that again. I know I won't. It's sad, but true. This is my little MAC palette. I'm going to actually pull this out because I do love this palette. It was a limited edition. This is the Peach palette. It's got like the highlighter and the blush and stuff in it. I don't use this. I'm going to give it away. This is the Just Peachy Matte, so I'm going to hang on to this palette. My dog's kind of pouting. Just a little bit. I think he wants me to do something. I still have my Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I love this little palette. I'm not getting rid of it. It's like one of the first palettes I bought when I started back into makeup, and I love it. This is the White Russian palette from Buxom. I'm going to hold on to that. Then I have the Candy palette from Too Faced. I'm never going to use that. Just get rid of it. Then I have the Kat Von D in the Too Faced palette. I have used this a couple times, and just because of what it is, I'm going to hang on to it. So we can put some more palettes in here. It's very interesting what I keep and what I don't. Alright, then I have two of the Viseart palettes, the little petite ones. I have a Petite Pro. That's what that looks like. I really do love these little palettes. They're gorgeous. And then I have a, what do they call these? I forget what they call these, but I have that palette as well. They're the Theory palettes. I think I have another Theory palette somewhere. I hang on to that. Then I have this blush palette from Anastasia. I'm going to hang on to that as well. Way too much stuff, huh? And that was just one drawer. We have two. Alright, you guys. Let me put some of this stuff away, and I'll be back with a little bit more. Hey everybody, welcome back, welcome back. We are going to do stuff today. as soon as I can tell this computer I don't want to do dictation. Alright, so once again, I was filming earlier a whole pile of palettes, and my stuff shut off. So I'll go back through what I kept. You won't see what I put in the collection, but what I can tell you is I probably have about 20 to 30 palettes in a bag over there to give away. Okay, this palette is the Pure Pro Etienne palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. It is a good palette, but I do not use it. I'm going to give that away. I'm going to talk about my Lorac palettes. So I have Lorac 1, Lorac 2, and Lorac 3. So this is Lorac 2. I never use it. And this is Lorac 1. I don't use that either, but we're going to think about it for a minute. This is the blush palette from Beauty and the Beast. I don't use that either. We're going to get rid of that. Then we have the Beauty and the Beast palette. Right there. We don't use that. We're going to get rid of that. I do have the Pirates of the Caribbean palette. I'm not going to get rid of that because it's got some sentimental value to me. But then I have all the Pro palettes. The Mega Pro 4. I doubt I'm going to use that. I have the Mega Pro 3. I doubt I'm going to use that either. It still has the... Lorac just does not work on my skin. It's just not for me. I try. Here's Mega Pro. Ooh, excuse me. Here's Mega Pro 2. Don't use that. And I have to say, this is probably the first time I've done like a true purge. Like, I'm not holding back anything. This is the Mega Pro 1. I'm probably most likely to use this palette, but I don't pull them out. So, that tells me all my Lorac palettes are going. Except for my Pirates. This is the Cheap Parade palette. I'm not going to use that. Here's my Chrissy Teigen Becca palette. I do like this. I'm going to hold on to this. Here is my Jaclyn Hill Becca palette. I do like that. I'm going to hold on to that. This is the Urban Decay Distortion palette. I just bought this not long ago, but I'm not going to use it. These are MAC palettes that I am going to use. This is the Beauty Bakery. It's the Neapolitan Ice Cream. I'm not going to use that. This is my Ofra Holiday palette. I'm going to hang on to that. But my MAC palettes, one is the Warm Neutrals. I do enjoy this palette. The other one is All Mattes. It's a limited edition for Nordstrom's they did. And then this is my singles. We'll hang on to all of that stuff. And this is a Profusion Mixed Metals palette. I do enjoy. I picked this up at TJ Maxx. Let me get this pile of palettes I've already gone through. But it didn't seem to record. One is the Urban Decay Kristen Leanne palette. I do enjoy this palette, so I'm going to keep that. Then I have the Backstage palette, which is both blush on one side, eye on the other. I do enjoy that. This is my Inglot that I put together myself. I'm going to keep that. And my Venus XL palette, I'm going to hang on to that. My Box of Crowns palette, I'm going to hang on to that. And then my Alice in the Looking Glass palette from Urban Decay, I'm going to hang on to that. Okay, we have our Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I do enjoy this. Oh my goodness. Sorry I'm yawning, guys. I do have a Pretty Vulgar palette in Phoenix Rising, and I do enjoy that as well. Then I have two Violet Voss, the Like a Boss palette, which I do enjoy. And then the Holy Grail palette. I enjoy that as well. Some more Morphe palettes. I know you're surprised. More Morphe? She's got more Morphe palettes. I like Morphe's palettes. A lot of people don't, but I do like them. This is the Hey Girl Hey palette, the 25G. And then this is the Oh Boy palette, 25D. Then I have my Natasha Denona. This is the big palette, the 28 pan in green. Of course I'm keeping that. And I have the Lila palette. Of course I'm keeping that. I have the Tropic palette, which I'm keeping as well. What that looks like. Oh my gosh. You guys are gonna fire me. And then I have the Star palette. This was a holiday palette one year. I'm keeping that. And then I have the Too Faced Natural Eye palette. I'm sorry, the Natural Face palette. And I'm keeping that. So just coming back on, I just put 10 palettes in here. So that tells you how I was going through them before. Let me go get some more. I'll be right back. Alright, let's just dive into this because we got a lot and I'm going to be getting rid of a lot. So this is the Urban Decay Spectrum palette. That's what it looks like on the inside. No more. Here's the Urban Decay Electric palette. No more. There's the Moon Dust palette. No more. This is my Gwen Stefani palette. I'm going to hang on to this one. That's a keeper. This is the Oz palette. And there's two of these. This is the Good Witch. There's a Bad Witch one. I didn't get the Bad Witch. The Good Witch can go. This is the Urban Decay XX palette. It's the Vice. I think it's Vice Reloaded. And I'm not going to hang on to that. It's amazing how much I have that I never use that I want to pass on. This is the Vice. It's not the original, I don't think, but it's another Vice palette. Just don't use them. don't reach for them. I'd rather them go to you guys and you can enjoy them. This is me breaking my hoarding habit. I am going to hang on to the Vice 2 palette. I use it often enough that I feel comfortable keeping it. Wow. We should have done this in July. It could have been Christmas in July. This is the Storybook Cosmetics, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory palette. I am going to hang on to this because this has got sentimental value to me. And I keep it in its bag and everything. I know you guys are like, she'll give that away next time. Probably. You're probably right. Okay, then I have my Flamingo palette from Violet Voss. I'm going to keep this. And I'm going to pull this palette out to put out. This is the Aspen Overd palette from Tarte. I think this is the best thing Tarte ever came out with. Personal opinion. But yeah, we're going to leave that out. Okay. Then I have a NARS palette. This is the Wanted palette. It is gorge. You can still get this. It's a good palette to have. I have, these are Marc Jacobs. Alright, so I have my Tartelette and Bloom palette, and it's kind of like a staple, so I'm going to keep that. And I have my Toasted palette. I'm going to keep that. This Toasted, I was saying in another video I did, I thought it was like this Pure Passion palette. So there's Toasted, there's Pure Passion. It's close, it's not got as many pinks in it, but I don't know what's back here. No telling. Alright, so we're going to keep our two tarts. What is this? This is a NARS palette. It was like last year or the year before's Christmas palette. I'm going to give that away. I'm going to give this away too. This is the NARS like dual intensity palette. This is a Marc Jacobs limited edition. Like a Christmas one. It's gonna go too. Good Lord, Susan, what are you doing? Giving away everything you got. There's a reason for that. Alright, so the rest I'm gonna hang on to. It's my Park Avenue Princess palette. Then my Maneater palette. Oh, the rest are just little mini Tarte palettes. So we're going to hang on to those. Oh, I have two Viseart palettes. I have the Tryst palette. And I have the Golden Hour palette. And I really put these things to the test. You can dupe the little Milani bigger palettes for those. Trust me, it works. Let's see what Marc Jacobs palettes I have here. I have the Parisian. That's what that looks like. And I have the Vamp palette. I really like this one too. It's the Vamp palette. I'm dropping stuff today. It really got to the point where I was not reaching for things because I couldn't see them, to be honest. The drawers were overrun with stuff, and you know, you don't know what you have. This is the Lover palette. I'm actually going to give this one away. I have so many palettes that are that color. This is Lolita. I'm probably going to give that away too. That's Lolita. I'm going to give that away just because, like I said, I have so many palettes with that color range. Alright guys, this brings me to the end of all of my palettes. The bag is so big now that I can't pick it up. I'm going to wait for the giveaway that I'm doing now to run, and I'll wait a couple weeks and then I'll run this. I'm going to do it different because there's so much. I'll probably separate it into 10 packages, try and get some good variety in there, and maybe we'll have just 10 winners. That might just be the easiest way to do it. So, but I will keep you guys posted and post a video about that on how to enter and so forth. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I feel a lot better. I feel like a weight has been lifted. So I hope you guys, if you do decide to enter when I open the contest, I hope you guys enjoy it. Love you so much. Mwah.